I'm gonna go ahead and check on the technical SEO factors for websites. So we have a real estate website over here, so I'm gonna just go ahead and check on the basics of the technical SEO, or on-page SEO, I would say, just to see if everything is right in terms of the on-page. So when we look at the website, the first thing I'm going to go ahead and do is check on Google how many pages have been indexed for this website. The reason I'm going to do this, because when the website was designed, there were a lot of pages that were created, and then a lot of pages got deleted, removed, redesigned. So what happens is when the website goes live, a lot of pages that we do not want to be indexed get indexed, right? And then we end up, although we may have like 20 plus pages on the website, but when we look at the website in terms of Google's eyes, we see that a lot of pages, unnecessary pages, are indexed. So right now what we are going to check is a couple of those pages, so, and also a couple of factors that we want how our pages should look like. Okay, so as we see on the website, so the domain comes first, which is a good thing. So the title appears nicely. We got our keyword in the meta title, which is nice. The contact page is there, which is again has a phone number, which is again good. Has the email, that is also good. About us is also there, which is again decent. This link, property archives, so we don't want that page because this is probably going to be a 404 page, but I think I redirected it, so that is going to be good. Okay, so this is going to take some time because I just worked on this website, so I thought about creating a video around it. So as you see over here, this link was actually a 404 page. Alright, so what I did was, because you really need to go ahead and use Yoast SEO plugin for WordPress, because that's going to be really helpful. Okay, so what you're going to do is, so you're going to de-index your properties, all the pages that you do not want to be indexed, like portfolio, we don't want that, agents on the real estate website, this one, these ones, you can redirect them, or you can go ahead and no index them completely. So the very first thing when you do this is you go into the Yoast plugin, click on general over here, and let me see, there we go, click on features, there we go, and that's loading up. Perfect. So you want to make sure your XML sitemap is on, and you need to check your XML sitemap. And over here you will be able to see how many pages are indexed and not indexed. So what I have done over here is, this page needs to be removed probably. Yeah. Let me just check what this is all about. Oh, this is the property category, so I'm going to keep that. Property type, okay, so that is also good. Let me just double check sold and for sale. Okay, that is also decent, but we don't want that to be indexed either, I guess. So I can remove this as well and keep the post and the pages to be indexed completely. Okay, so the next thing, once you check that, you need to go into the search appearance right under SEO, and then you need to check on the content that you want. So let's check on the content types. I think I've already made the changes, but I'm going to double check on them. So I want the post to appear in the search results, yes. So I want the meta box to be right, but I don't want the date snippet to show up, so that is good. Okay. For the pages, yep, I want the pages to appear as well, so that is also good. And properties, yeah, as we see over here, there was a property over here, so I have removed it completely. That's the reason it's not there. So over here we still see it because the changes were made today, so that probably that or maybe a few days ago, I believe, but it takes some time, probably 15-20 days approximately, for the Google to recrawl the website again, reindex everything. But we're going to submit it to Google once everything is done on here. So I don't want the properties page to show up, although what I've done for now is I've redirected it. So if you see over here, when I click on this link over here, I don't know if you can see it, let me just make it a little bigger. Okay, so if you see over here, it says the website / properties, but when I open the website, it does not go to that link. So I've also done a redirect. It goes to the real estate page, because that particular page is a 404 page. Okay, so it lists all the properties over here, okay, which is a good thing to do. Again, so that we don't lose any visitors. Anyone who wants to come to the website, they can just see it. Okay, they just get redirected to the right website. Okay, so the next thing is, so these are the properties. We don't want that. Agents, again, the same thing. You do a no for agents. We don't want that page to appear on the in the search results, so definitely remove the testimonial pages. We don't want that to appear because we have added the testimonials on the home page itself. There's no separate page for the testimonials, so definitely we don't need that page to be indexed. If anyone wants to read the testimonials, it's right there on the home page itself. Where is it? There we go. Yeah. So we have the testimonials right here. Okay, so with that said, membership plan, again, this page we do not want it, so again we did a no for here. Invoices page, we don't want that, so again we did not allow that to be indexed as well. So you can make your changes here. You can configure how your media should look like, your images and videos. So what I would recommend is redirect attachments URLs to the attachment itself rather than giving them their individual pages. So this is going to be helpful. Again, it's your choice if you want to go ahead and index categories. So I would do that because in this business, in the real estate website, but it depends upon your website as well. But because for this website, as we see, we got different sort of categories like condos, bungalows, land. So based on that, we want the categories to be appearing in the search results. Again, the next option is tags. We don't want the tags to be attached. Say for example, you're writing a blog post, so you add some tag names, but we don't want the tag names to be indexed. We just want them to be known and attached to the page. So the tags are going to be not appearing in the search results at all. Otherwise it creates a lot of confusion. You will have, Google will show up, so for example, you write a blog and you probably add like 20 to 30 tags in there. So one blog post is not exactly, when Google checks on it, that particular blog will be indexed as 21 pages altogether, 20 tag pages, and then one of the blog that you wrote. So we don't exactly want that. So the basics of what we are trying to do is we're trying to show Google or any search engine that crawls your website with the relevant pages. We don't want to take when the bots come on your page, they're going to crawl everything, right? So but we want to make sure what they crawl is relevant and passes on the right information. The more stuff you have, the more jumbled it will look. So we go ahead and make it compact, but it should make sense. So all the pages, which I'm going to cover in a few minutes as well. So post formats, yeah, we are enabled that, so that is a good thing. Property categories, we're gonna go ahead and say no to that. So remember, we saw in XML property categories like sold, unsold, so we don't want that in property categories to be indexed. So I'm gonna do a no here. Don't show meta box, oops, property types. Let me see, do we want that to be indexed? Yeah, we want the property categories to be there. So we keep what we want and we remove what we want. It's as simple as that. And if I refresh that, the sitemap right now, let's see. There we go. Just give me 1 minute. Did it save? Yeah. Oh no. Yeah, we want the type to be the index, but we want the property categories. Okay. Show. No, we don't want that. Okay. Yeah, hide category. Okay, so that's it. Let me just refresh it. We're gonna wait for it to load. Yep, there we go. Let me just refresh it once more. Perfect. So right now we have the right so the types. Earlier we saw that there was a type over there, category type, so that is not there anymore. So what we want is, we want all the pages that are there to be indexed. We want the post, which is a blog section, to be indexed. We want the category, as in the condos. So for example, we have bungalows, land, and condos over here, so that's going to be indexed. So property category itself, it's going to be indexed as well. So category, I think, okay, wait, so this is a blog category. Actually, these are two categories that we have on here, so I just missed on that. So we got two categories over here. This one is connected to the blog itself, and this one is to the property category. So we got two categories. So we can de-index the category section because it was just connected to the blog. Property types. Perfect. Let me just double check just to make sure we've done the right one. Oops, no. Okay, there we go. Perfect. I think yeah, that's right. So the category section is done. Perfect. So let it load up and we will double check on the XML sitemap. Perfect, there we go. So we got the post page and the property categories. That's going to be indexed. Lovely. Okay, so the archives, we don't definitely never allow archives to be, visible or indexed by search engine, so we disabled it completely. The author archives and the date archives are disabled, so that is a good thing. Breadcrumbs, definitely we should activate them, but when you're using Yoast, you need to add a code into the home.php section. If you really go into, let's see, Yoast breadcrumbs, yeah, there we go. So we're done with this XML sitemap, but let me just finish this. Actually, then we can move on to breadcrumbs as well. Or let me just finish breadcrumbs since we are there. Let me just save it for now, and then I will discuss it. Okay, so what we have done is we just cleaned up our sitemap a little bit. So in a few days, you will see that right now, when I check for the site, I see 144 pages right now, but slowly and steadily, everything will go away completely, and we will have limited number of pages that make sense and are relevant. Okay, so that's going to be there. Apart from that, what the second thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and check on just give me 1 minute. There we go. Okay, they were right. So, I just want to double check on the XML sitemap just once. Perfect. Okay. So that is good. That is working. Also, let's check on the robots.txt file what we have done as well as. So a few of these pages are actually, uh, as I said, they are more of 4-on-4 errors. So what we have done over here is we have also disallowed them over here as well. So a few pages that we don't want to be indexed. Where did it go? Okay, let me just open it again. Okay, there we go. So say for example, where did it go? Yeah, there we go, this one. So when we click on here, you would see that right now it will probably be redirected, I guess, or I'm not sure. Okay, it's a 404 page yet. So what we have done is, so this page over here, this was designed earlier, but then we decided to remove it. So what we did was, we don't want to be indexed, but Google picked it up at the time of design itself. So what we did was, we went, okay, let me just close this. Okay, so we added a disallow for this page in a few days, and all the other pages that we don't want to be indexed or crawl at all, it's going to be disallowed completely over here. Okay, so those pages have been marked as disallow. We don't want Google to crawl on these pages because these are irrelevant. Okay, so that's it. And so that's what you should do on in terms of fixing these. The next thing I would cover, let's go to the breadcrumbs section. Actually, I did open up that. Okay, so what we did was, if you want to activate breadcrumbs, so what are breadcrumbs, by the way? So breadcrumbs, let me just check, let me just show you that. So it's like small arrow marks that appears in front of the blog, just pointing out where, makes it easier for the website to be navigating. Let me just try to show you an example. I hope this website does this since they're talking about it. Okay, where is it? Okay, this is actually, no, these are tags. Okay, where is it? No, they're not using it probably, or they are. Nope. Let's head back. Funny. Okay. Okay, let's see. I just want to see a blog that has, oh no, they're not. Okay, no, I think, yeah, this is a small example. So what happens is, you use hashtags like these, like brackets, or I don't know what you call them, but so as you see over here, these are an example of breadcrumbs. So when you are on a blog, so you will see home, blog, and the name of the article that you're reading right now. So if you want to go back to the blog, you don't want to hit on the top, you can just, on the same page itself, you can click on blog and go back. You can click on the home section to go to the home page. So it's just basic navigation stuff, but it's, yeah, it's good. It's good for SEO as well. So how to implement Yoast? So as you saw earlier, we just activated breadcrumbs over there. So what you need to do is, you also need to check, if your theme is compatible with breadcrumbs, because sometimes you can add them but it won't show up. So this is the code. It's not enough to just activate it on the Yoast plugin. You also need to copy this into the header.php of your website, or sometimes it's home.php, but you really need to go ahead. Let me just do it right now. Let's see if that works. So going to appearance editor, there we go. Okay, So this is a bit advanced, so don't do it if you if you do not understand this. So I don't recommend that, because this could really mess up your entire website itself. Okay, header.php, there we go. So as you see over here, it clearly says that the common places you could place your breadcrumbs are inside. Another option is to make it really easy is by pasting the code in the header.php at the very end. So it says just paste it in the end. So this is the header.php section, and I'm just going to paste it in the end. That's it. And update the file. And let's look at the website. Let's say blog. Okay. There we go. If you see, as you see over here, it has placed the breadcrumbs, which was not there. So home, blog, I don't know if you can see it, but my size, okay, there we go. So now the reader is reading it, they can just click on blog or home, just go back. That's it, as simple as that. So now it's there. Apart from that, let's look at the other pages that have been indexed. And one more most important thing is, let it load. Okay. So let's see. So tags, again, we de-indexed it, so these are going to be removed completely in a few days, I guess, depending upon when Google crawls the website again. Or we're going to definitely submit it. So I'm just looking at, so all these pages, what we found, a few of them or many of them were just 404 errors. So we just went ahead and disallowed them and created a 404. Okay, category pages, properties. I'm just looking for a page. Let me just type it in. Maybe that's going to be faster. So we just corrected that. Okay, let me just, maybe the business is coming up right now. Let's go ahead and narrow it down. Okay, there we go. If you see over here, now when I put in the website, you would see the home page. The home page has a nice site title with the relevant keywords that we want to rank for. But when we talk about this page right here, real estate page, it's there, but it does not have the proper keywords, right? It just says real estate Maria Antoinette, which does not mean anything to Google or anyone, right? So what I would do is, I think I've already done it, but let me just double check. So again, Yoast would be really helpful for this page as well. And I'm going to, once everything is done, as per SEO standards, we're going to go ahead and submit this to the Google once again to be re-indexed. Hopefully that's going to speed up the process as well. Okay, yeah, that has been done. So what you do is, once you're there, let me just slow down the size. I don't like the 100% size, to be honest. I don't know if you can see it. Let me just make it a little bigger. Okay, let me just keep it 100. Okay, so what you do is, so this site is built on Beaver Builder, so you won't see the, we have to go to the edit section. So this is the page, this is the link that we saw, if I'm right. Yeah, so you scroll down on the Yoast snippet preview area, and then you put in your keywords over here. So we have edited it completely. So real estate for sale in downtown Madison, Wisconsin, and then the brand name. Okay, and then the slug remains the same. We don't want to change that. And then meta description with the keywords that we want to rank for, like buy real estate in downtown Madison, Wisconsin, and Maria Antonietta. So yeah, real luxury condos for sale in downtown Madison, Wisconsin. Again, the keywords that we want to rank for, and that's it. Okay. So we are also going to check on this. Let me just check on this. Okay, alt text. So all the images that you have needs to have alt text. This one did not have, so I'm going to quickly add them. So all the images needs to have an alt text in them, and then you update it. That's it. So this needs to be done on every page, actually. You know, just make sure, again, you know, it's not that once you update it, it should automatically come on the search results. Now it takes time for Google to recrawl the website, so that's only when that's going to appear over there. Okay, so that's one page. Let's check out the page number 2 as well. So this is pagination 1, 2, 3. Okay, we don't have it here, but that's good. Okay, I guess. Let's see, check on the title using the Moz bar real quick. Okay, so on the page 2 we don't need that, so that's coming up quite naturally, so which is good, which is decent. That is good for us. Okay, so that's one of the things that I would definitely look at when doing. So all the pages, the title needs to be clear. Okay, it should not really be messed up. It should not just say, if it's an important page you want to rank for, definitely have a title, had a nice meta description to every page on it, right? So as the blogs are beautifully done, so that is really, I'm happy with that. So we got property pages, which is going to be changing. So all this needs to be optimized, so which we're gonna, you know, which we have already done. It's just a matter that it's going to be reindexed. So I think these are the basics, I would say, for now, for looking at the technical SEO factors. If you really want to go ahead and fix these first and then move on the other factors. Okay, and there are many other technical SEO factors, no doubt about it, like H1 tags, H1, H2, and schema markup and stuff like that, which has already been done on this website. But definitely these are the basics that everyone misses on, so that's the reason I wanted to cover on. Probably I'm going to do another video on schema markup, which is going to explain how to do schema markup and the easiest way to do schema markups on any website, or a WordPress website, or any HTML based or PHP based website. Okay, so with that said, that's all from my end. You know, thank you so much for your time and patience, and you have a lovely day ahead.